Hi there, students. Barter, bargain, haggle, and negotiate. So, what's the difference? Well, I want to look at all of these four words as verbs. So, these are all to do with business and talking about a price and reaching a deal, reaching an agreement. So, let's see. To barter. To barter is to exchange one thing for another. To barter is a process where no money changes hands. Yeah? It's exchanging goods for goods. It's offering something in kind, to exchange goods or services without exchanging money. So, in societies where there is no money, you can barter with something. I'll give you 2 hours English class if you cook for me for the next weekend, for example. I bartered 5 jars of honey for 2 chickens. Okay, so it's to exchange one for another. Yeah, it's a negotiation where I'll swap you this for this. So barter, to swap, yeah? To trade as well. I'll trade this for that. Okay, to bargain means to make a deal, to talk about the prices of something, to negotiate a contract. So, you want to sell me something and I'm interested in buying it, so we bargain. We go changing the terms and conditions. Yeah, and this is closely related to the verb to haggle. I think to haggle we use much more to haggle with a seller over prices. Yeah, to argue to try and get a better deal for yourself. So in a market, I think to haggle, you're haggling with the vendor. I'll give you 10, I'll take 20. Come on, look at it. It's really broken and it's not in very good condition. All right, how about 18? Yeah, this is it's much more a verbal thing here as well. I think to haggle, this is something that you do in everyday life in the market. Yeah, I think you can also bargain with somebody. Yeah, so we bargained for a few minutes and I managed to buy it for a decent price. Okay, so I think bargaining and haggling. I think haggling is louder. It's more interactive. There's more bing bong. Yeah, the 2 people talking or they're bantering about the price to negotiate a deal. Okay, I think to bargain is more general. For example, they have this thing in the American legal system, plea bargaining, as in I'll plead guilty, I'll say I'm guilty to a lesser offence, and then you won't have to prosecute and you won't have the... So it's exchanging one thing for another. It's talking over the terms and conditions. Yeah, so bargaining. Let's see, to negotiate, for me, negotiate is in a much more formal circumstance, is a much more formal setting. So I think haggle is the least formal setting. To bargain is a semi-formal setting, and negotiate is a much more formal business setting. Yeah, the peace negotiations, it seems that it is not possible to negotiate peace between the 2 countries, to negotiate a business deal. Effectively, yes, while they're negotiating, they're bargaining. Well, look, how about you reduce the price and I pay you earlier? It's changing the terms and conditions till a suitable situation is reached, something that is mutually acceptable to all parties. Okay, so to negotiate a peace deal, to negotiate a contract, to, I think, negotiate your salary, yeah. I think bargain, let's see, negotiate is more global for the whole process. Whereas to me, to bargain is to change your offer or change the opposition's offer till we can find a good negotiating position. And to haggle, to me, to haggle, this is it with a vendor about price. Yeah, this is much more face to face. Yeah, and especially about price with a seller. Yeah, so if you go to the market, you haggle. You maybe you bargain with your children to get them to do something. Look, let's try the following. If you do this job for me now, I'll take you to the cinema over the weekend. And to negotiate is a much more formal setting. Let's see. I think haggle, I would give a 5 informality. Use anywhere. Bargain, a 5 informality. Barter, again, I think probably 5.5 informality. Yeah, I think, let's see, when you're bartering, you're definitely bargaining. And then to negotiate, I think I'm going to give it a 6 informality, but all of these words you can use anywhere. Okay? Okay, so yes, I guess if you're bartering with somebody, you can haggle about how many of these will I swap for how many of those. Yeah? And maybe you're bargaining, well, give me one more and then we'll make the deal. Yeah? Negotiation. Well, I guess if you're trying to barter something, this is also a negotiation. So as to origins, well, to barter comes from Old French barater, yeah, which probably comes from ancient Greek, meaning prasso, to manage, to perform, yeah. To bargain, let's see, this comes from French again, from Proto-Germanic burgjana, to borrow or to lend, from Proto-European brag, to protect or to secure. To haggle, okay, comes from a Middle English word hagen, to chop, or hacken, to hack, yeah, and effectively you're hacking or chopping away at the price. And then negotiate. This one comes from Latin, from negotium, a business, negotiare, to carry on business. Nec, not, and otium, ease or leisure. So not a leisure activity, business. Okay? So to barter, swapping one thing for another. To bargain, to change the terms and conditions, to haggle about price, and to negotiate, generally a more formal setting. So enough. If you enjoyed the video, give it a rating, subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you soon. Bye for now. Barter, bargain, haggle, negotiate.